Robert Frost gave me some incredible advice a number of years ago. Okay, well, actually, I mean, he didn't give me the advice. He wrote it down, and it was more than a few years ago. It was actually, he wrote it down before I was born, but the advice was for me. And let me add something. He didn't actually give me advice. He more or less gave me a question. Gave me a question. But so often, some of the best advice we get or we give is in the form of a question. What Robert Frost said or wrote is, Jonathan. Well, he didn't write Jonathan, but he wrote, how many things have to happen to you before something occurs to you? Oh. So I spent a lot of my life looking for game changers, and I like to call them frying pan moments. So often we get frying pan moments in life where something wakes us up, something hits us over the head. And it's usually not the first time it happened. It's usually the second, third, fourth, fifth, and all of a sudden it gets louder, it gets more aggressive. We feel it finally. How many things have to happen to you before something occurs to you? Sometimes it's a financial challenge. And it's quite often it's not the first time that I'm experiencing this financial challenge or you're experiencing it. Very often it's like we've hit this a few times already and we haven't solved it. We haven't dealt with it. Sometimes it's a relationship challenge and we haven't solved it. We haven't addressed the real problem. How many things have to happen to you before something occurs to you? A lot of times for me, it's you could call it the law of the lid. What impact are you having? What are you accomplishing? How are you adding value to the world around you? How are you contributing to the world around you? And you've got this idea, this vision, this seed of an amazing thing you're supposed to be involved in or create or impact you're supposed to have. This ripple effect that you know, oh wow, it's supposed to be bigger, deeper, more lasting. And maybe it's in one person's life. Maybe it's a sports team you coach. Maybe it's one project you're involved in. Maybe it's one thing that you're involved in outside of work. Maybe it's your whole career. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's the impact on your family or your neighborhood. But there's this lid that we hit over and over. And the question is, how many things have to happen to you before something occurs to you? I can't say I always run towards that question. But Robert Frost handed us a question that we need to wrestle with.